Let's talk briefly about a framework to help you understand basic concepts in information architecture. Above the fold. The fold is a term that came from print newspapers, where the most important news always had to be above the fold in the paper, because it would come on your doorstep, you would pick it up, and without having to unfold or unroll the paper, you'd see the most important headline. So above the fold is always like, what's the most important thing? And in website parlance, above the fold means before you have to scroll the page, which is going to be a little bit different with every screen, device size. Mobile becomes a whole thing, and we talk about that in more detail in the certification. But just understand that above the fold, you have to at least have a super clear headline that does those three things that I mentioned at the start. Describes what you sell, describe the value that you're providing, and the case you're making why the customer should purchase it today. There should be a subheadline that explains the benefits, the features, right? Like get into some of the specifics. These are where you need to be objective. These are the bullet points or the sentences or the copy or the imagery that cannot be slapped onto the landing pages and websites of all of your competitors. So many times I see copies, subheadlines, bullet lists that would apply equally true to everybody else. Find the things about your software, about your company, about your product, your services that other competitors cannot say. And this is where you need to be objective and well-researched. And then a button, a primary call to action button. So so the website visitor, the customer knows what you want them to do. And lastly, a credibility layer. And this could be logos of clients you've worked with. It could be partners. It could be an industry badge. It could be a testimonial. It could be a review. Some way to show social proof, to show that identity that other people like me have used this product or service and have found success with it, or you have recognition and validation in the industry. So I have a little bit of a sense that I could trust and scroll and feel that I'm in a little bit of a safer place when I engage with the rest of the content on the site. Next, we want to think through a problem solution section, right? You've heard about this before, but the more sophisticated marketers think through this when they could home in on the specific problem that's most important. You're going to look at your service, your software, your product and be like, oh yeah, I have like 10 amazing features. This is like 20 awesome solutions. I solve 100 different problems. Think through the most emotionally rich and sharp problem that your product or service solves and describe that first. Keep it simple, keep it short, keep it clear. And then break down the product or offer in more detail. Once the customer gets a sense of like, here's the main benefit, here's the main thing that we're doing here, they could be like, okay, now I get that I'm in there. It's all about orientation. It's the same way, think about a department store. If I go and ask for, like, if my wife sends me to the store for like, I don't know, rice. So she'll tell me like a very specific type of rice she wants. And I'll first orient myself by being in the store. Okay, I'm now inside, roof over my head. I see food, I see people. Good. I'm in a safe place. I'm on the right track. Then I'm going to look for the right aisle. Okay, so that first feature product solution is like getting me. I want to know that I'm in the right aisle. So this is the main benefit, the main feature. Like, okay, I'm in the right aisle. Now, once I'm in the right aisle, my brain could process a much greater variety of specific choices. Now I could understand and I could look for the different types of rice, the different sizes of rice, the different brands of rice. Okay, but I'm in the right aisle. Once I earn the visitor's trust to the extent that the visitor feels that I'm in the right place, generally speaking, now I've earned the permission to show them more detail and more nuance and more of a breakdown of all the different features, benefits, solutions included in the product, service, software, whatever it may be. Beyond that, you want to lean in further to deeper social proof, right? More testimonials, more case studies, statistics, industry recognition, then pricing and CTA reminder. If there's pricing being displayed on the site, invest your time and effort to make that pricing really, really clear. It might be a totally legitimate case where you're not going to have any pricing on your site and your call to action is to speak to a service representative or to download a form or to download a kit, whatever it may be. If you're e-commerce, make sure that the pricing, promotions are really clearly laid out. Be clear with shipping. Be clear. Don't, like the way you would look at this concept with e-commerce is to make sure that there are no surprises by the time a visitor gets to the checkout. When a person gets to the checkout page, they should be completely aware of exactly what pricing they're going to see. And then finally, FAQs. FAQs are really, really valuable. Our data indicates and industry research indicates that FAQ pages are some of the most frequented and visited pages because it's just a very easy, digestible question and answer format that allows a customer to quickly scan and see if there's a question that they have that's being addressed, as opposed to having to try to find it in blocks of text. With the advent of generative AI, building landing page mockups has become revolutionized. Check out Lovable. There's a free trial. Base 44 is another. Bolt is another. Claude Code is another. There are many. Lovable is one of my favorites and one of our favorites here at the Modern Marketing Institute. You could chat with the interface and describe the type of landing page you want it to build. It's going to actually build you a live functioning mockup, which you could then download or publish or actually use. But once you feed into the Lovable interface these principles of landing page design, you're going to be building out much more compelling, effective, and high converting landing pages. In the next module, we'll discuss how to use generative AI effectively to create ads that don't look and sound like a robot created them. I'm excited to see how you fix your landing pages. The conversion rate journey for landing page optimization really, and I mean this sincerely, is like one of the most exciting, invigorating parts of the work I do over the course of my career. Like some of my proudest moments and most fun client stories over the years have been getting some good research, some good insights, and rewriting copy, restructuring pages. Like the Forbes example I showed you was just one of so many instances where some good, simple psychological insight applied to a landing page really, really pays off. So I can't wait to see what you build, what you fix, and what you sell. Good luck with it.